Hey everybody, welcome to In the Kitchen with Tally Faye. I am working on supper tonight, and we're going to have some fried steak, and not chicken fried, just fried. I just flour it and fry it, right? And we're going to have some fried steak, some fried okra, and I'm going to make this little pot of potatoes in cream sauce here. These are those little potatoes, you know, that you get, the little aggravating ones that you can't, they're so little you can't do anything with, or you think you can't. This is the way to go with it. I peeled all of them, and my mama would have my hide because I peeled them. She made me scrape them. That way you didn't lose no potato. But I don't have the patience to try to scrape all these little potatoes, so I peeled them. But I was just going to show y'all, I left a couple of them. And the way I do them for the size for biting for this thing is I just cut that circle in half, and I'm just going to take it and cut it one time, and then one more time right there. And that's what you do. You get, it gives you this size of bites. See? Like that. So I have all of them cut up in there like that. I've got one more. I just cut it down the middle. And in general, even if they're too little, you can only cut it in half. But if they're this basic size, you can cut them twice after you cut them down the middle. But now all I'm going to do is get them over here and get them boiling. I got to get them boiled and get them tender. And after that, I will show y'all how we're going to make the cream sauce to go on them. Just good old homemade cream sauce with butter and milk in it, and some salt and pepper. I might go ahead while I got them boiling and chip me up a little bit of onion in there. Actually, I like this stuff. I love these dried chopped onions here. Their flavor is great. It tastes just like that onion soup mix in the packet, right? It's the same onions. I just learned I could just get this tub here and basically have that. But that'll make it taste really good. I'm going to put me some onion in there and let that cook in there while those potatoes are cooking. Let them get boiled and tender, and then I will be right back when we get to that point. Okay guys, these potatoes are just right. I wanted to show them to you. Let me get a spoon here. I'm going to take them up where I can show you what I'm talking about. You want them like fork tender, right? I'm just going to get me some out of here and walk over here with it and show you. See how they are? And I can just poke them with a fork, but they still stay together. That's what you're wanting, okay? So you have to keep testing them and watching them once they start getting kind of close to that, okay? So now that I've got that done, I'm going to turn my fire down. I got a little bit too much water in mine. I'm going to drain just a little bit off because I want to put my milk in there and stuff. And I want it more milky than I do watery. Give me some milk and some flour here in a second. But let me dump just a little bit of this water off of here. Okay, see how deep it is on there pretty much? Oh, you can't. Let me try this. Okay. See, it's right at the top of the potatoes. I mean, right at the top of them. There you go. Now you can see it. Okay. Now, I'm going to go back over here. Get this back on the stove. Remember, I have nothing in here right now but my potatoes and water and that chopped onion that I sprinkled in there. And that's it, okay? So now I'm just going to get me, I don't know, I'm going to, you know, it just depends on what size pot you're making, right? But for that pot there, I'm going to put about, I'm going to call it a cup of milk, okay? We're going to call it a cup of milk. Go ahead and put me a big old blob of butter in there while that's bubbling. I mean a big blob. Butter is good. Put however much in there you want though. I just like a lot of butter in my potatoes. Okay, now I've got my cup of milk in here, right? I'm fixing to get me, let me see. This little old scoop in my flour canister is a 1/3 cup. Let me see how much I want to. Yeah, I'll probably put about half of that in there, okay? So we're just going to take it now and just stir it up and make like a slurry with it. Stir it around with a little old whisk or something so you get all the little knots and stuff out of it. And now your water has to be boiling on your potatoes when you get ready to add this, okay? Okay, I've got it stirred up there. I'm just going to, I've got me my fork that I was poking with. I'm going to use that. Okay, and you just stir them around in here gently. And I'm fixing to, while I'm stirring it, I'm going to add this cup of milk to it with this flour. Get me another spoon here that I can work with better. And so now I'm going to go ahead too and put my salt. And my pepper in there. So it's salt, pepper, butter, some onion flakes, potatoes, and milk. And that's what's in there. So now that I'm standing by it, I can crank it up and we're going to get it going here. And you just stand there and watch it. And it'll start thickening up. And you'll have all these potatoes. You get a little bowl when you serve them. You get like a bowl and put them in there, ladle them in there. And it's got the cream sauce all over them with your potato bites. It is so good, y'all. And now just, you can do exactly what I've done here, right? And if you want to, get you some Velveeta cheese and just pinch it off in this exactly as I've done it just now. And pinch you off some Velveeta cheese hunks in there and have you some cheesy sauce on those potatoes, and it is delicious. The kids will probably like that even better. Whatever you got to do to get them to eat some good home veggies. These are the potatoes Lynn grew in his garden, and we're still eating on them. We're about to get to the bottom of the thing, but we have enjoyed them. He grows them little red skin potatoes, and we get a lot of the little new potatoes and stuff. And I showed it on my Facebook. I got a minute, I'll show y'all this. I've been having to do this a lot of canning and stuff, and look, see, I canned my potatoes. That's a piece of celery I put in there. Right? So I just canned them up in this water. It's just water in there. That's all. Water and that celery. And they are cooked and ready for me to do anything with them I want. So if you have some extra potatoes going on and you're worried about losing them and stuff, just can them. Because they don't freeze worth a darn. Or I don't think so. I've never been able to freeze potatoes nice. I guess you can somehow. I think they have to be cooked first and then put in some form, like how frozen French fries are. You know? They have to be formed or something, but anyway. This is just about ready, y'all. I want it to bubble a little bit. When it starts bubbling, you'll know it's ready. I'm going to get it over here where y'all can see what they look like in there. They are some kind of good, y'all. Okay, I'm going to turn that off. And if it gets a little thick, you know, say you put a little more flour in there than you meant to, just pour you some more milk in it. Add you some more milk. Put it down here where you can see. look at that. That's hard to see in that light. I can't believe that. Okay, let me get something here. Maybe we can see them in this little colored bowl. I'll just take them up so y'all can see them. Look at that cream sauce in there. All that butter's in there, y'all. You talking about some good, good stuff. These old homegrown potatoes are really earthy tasting too. You taste the earth in them like that. I want to take a bite, but goodness gracious. Maybe I can take a bite of the cream sauce. Y'all, that is good stuff right there. Man, there we go. Look at that. See there? And like I say, you can put Velveeta cheese in that and stir it around in there in the pot. And it makes a delicious cheese sauce on it. So y'all give that a try. And see if your kids like that. Your husband, whoever, friends, family. It makes it's a good different way to eat your potatoes. If you get tired of eating fried potatoes and skillet fried potatoes and mashed potatoes and everything, you can do them in the cream sauce. And it works beautifully, okay? See y'all next time in the kitchen with Tally Faye.